Howdy y'all, welcome to Tazama. My name is Lydia and today we are in Nairobi at the new Muthaiga stables. I'm joined by Ernest, who is the manager here, and he will tell us a little bit about his riding school. How did this school come about?
This school, we started it in 2010 and we started with 5 horses. Customers started coming, we got more money, we bought other horses. Now we have about 25 horses.
Wow, those are many horses.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm very excited to be here and I look forward to all the activities. So as my equestrian adventure begins, have a look at this.
The absence of a body part can be very unbearable, especially when one is surrounded by people with whole bodies. The late famous photojournalist Mohamed Amin is a perfect example of how prosthetics can change one's life. Tazama heads to Eldoret's Lejabet area to meet Joseph Chepkwony, who makes part of the 30% of all senior citizen amputees in the country.
Kutoka 74 tulikuwa ni safi kabisa, ilikuwa kuna maneno chochote, sipokuwa hivi majuzi tu mambo alitokea. Alipima kwa kuona ni malaria ama nini ama nimetokea. Wakati tuliopima au wanasema ilikuwa ugonjwa wa sukari. Wakati ilikuwa kuja hapa nyumbani akasiti kuchomeka zaidi sana, yani kuwaka. Nikaenda kwa theater. Alienda kuangalia mkuu. Alianza kukata.
According to the Amputee Coalition website, prosthetics or artificial limb development started in early Egypt, where amputees wore them for wholeness rather than function. The fiber-built limbs were cruel and painful, but through the centuries, synthetic artificial limbs have made life easy and painless during movement.
Hii kazi ilianza mwaka wa 84 na mimi sijawahi fanya kazi nyingine.
Meet Macharia Kamau, a resident from Yamombi, who is a self-taught plastic prosthetist. Macharia came to learn of Mr. Chepkwony's predicament through his son and offered to help.
Tayari ametumia shilingi 800 wakati niende, ndio nitumia nauli ya kwenda kumpima. Lakini mwambia either uko nazo ama hauna. Mzee lazima atatembea. Kwa hivyo sifanyi kama business.
In Kenya, an imported prosthetic limb can cost not less than 50,000 Kenya shillings, while a locally produced one ranges from 10,000 Kenya shillings.
Process yenyewe tunaanza na amputee mwenyewe. So, yuja hapa nachukua measurement zake. Baada ya kuja hapa nyumbani, fanya plastics, kama nanunua kwa street boys, nakuja nazo. Napima labda ni kiasi gani, kuanzia kilo 10 kurudi chini, ama 20, na melt. Natafuta zile socks mzee, kama hakuna natafuta masweta, hizi woolen sweaters ambazo kama jumper hivi. Chonga kidogo vitu zangu, nachukua ile socks, naichukua kama mfano wa mguu, ikifura vizuri, naitumbukiza kwenye ule mtungi wenye uko na ile rojorojo ya plastic. Baada kitu kama nusu saa nikitoa, nakauka kitu kama 20 minutes. Sasa ndo naanza kuishepia hapo. Na kulingana na ile mold nataka. Na kulingana na ile size na width ya ule mguu. Sasa hii stamp hii tukujengia wapi hapa. Alafu inaye mshipi. Hii tu nikuweka nimeweka, lakini atatumia yake. Nitafunga sasa hapa.
The prosthetics Mr. Macharia makes are of a subsidized cost compared to manufactured ones. Besides that, his other commercially viable products include plaques, stools, foot bricks and sculptures, all from plastic waste. After spending time, energy and effort on the limb, Mr. Macharia heads to the Chepkwonys to test out his new prosthetic. We find family and friends gathered around for moral support. chake Yesu nasimama, niye mwamba ni salama, niye mwamba ni salama, niye mwamba ni salama. It turns out that artificial limb will need some few adjustments to fit properly. However, Macharia has received national recognition on his work and is currently authoring his first book.
Sitakosa kupeleka ule mzee. Manake lazima ule mzee nimsaidie. Hata mwingine akija nitamsaidia tu. Kwa hivyo hii siifanyi kama business kabisa. Nataka tu watu watembee. Na kama Mungu amenipa hii talanta, mbona nisipatie wengine?
So Anas is going to show me how to saddle up a horse, and so follow us.
So if you come, you pull the reins first, and then you hold the headpiece. Then you hold the bait. This is called the bait, the method thing. Then you pull the bridle inside. You have to be gentle with the horse. We usually start to pull the bridle because if you pull the saddle first, some horse get scared. So, but if you pull the bridle, at least now you're safe because you can hold him. Yes. So, this is the saddle. Now you pull the saddle on.
As we continue to saddle up the horse, this might take a bit of time. So why don't we take a quick commercial break, then you can catch us after that. So welcome back to Tazama. Now I'm about to have my riding lesson, but before I do that, I would like to know what equipment I need as well as the safety precautions.
If it's your first time to ride, you need the helmet. Some people, they have their own riding gear. And in case you don't have a riding gear, our school has provided the helmets and the body protectors.
Right.
So you wear this.
Yeah, that feels better.
The next thing I'll give you is the body protector, but also the body protector go with the size. So, like on this case, I think this size might fit you. And the body protector we are like is like a bulletproof. Okay. So I'll give you the riding boots as well. Yep. But riding boots we don't provide everything because if you have to provide like riding boots, they are not compulsory, but the helmets are compulsory.
So it looks like I'm all set here. So while I'll be riding a horse, the people you're about to watch are riding something different. Introducing the wheels of death.
According to the 2009 national census, Kenya's population stands at 38.6 million, up from 28.7 million in 1999. The increase in population has led to diversification of transport modes within urban and rural areas. Motorcycles have been on the increase in the past 10 years. Until recently, assemblers enjoyed a 15% tax waiver on imported motorbike parts. The waiver made boda business a lucrative venture for most people and most preferred mode of transport by passengers, due to its ability to maneuver through traffic jams in urban areas and in inaccessible rural parts. Maintaining a motorcycle is also said to be cheaper compared to a motor vehicle and other conventional means of transport.
As popular as the bodas might seem, this mode of transport has come with its fair share of misery.
We are in Kisii County, located in the western side of Kenya. This urban center has a population of about 1.3 million people, majority of whom are farmers. The huge and increasing population has led to an upsurge of bodabodas as an alternative mode of transport.
Bodaboda naweza tumia, lakini ni wakati wa emergency. Wakati tuseme ni usiku, hakuna gari.
Convenient, flexible. Hiyo ndio iko at least everywhere.
Natumia mapiko juu inakuanga cheap kwa kuingia kwa rough roads inaweza kukufikisha hata huko mashinani mahali gari iwezi fika.
As much as it's a preferred mode of transport in Kisii, 12% of road accidents in the county are related to boda bodas. I am on a mission to find out what has led to this alarming trend and possible solutions to it. My first stop is at Bochura village in the outskirts of Kisii town. Here we meet Robert Makori, a motorbike operator who was involved in a grisly accident that left him on crutches.
Ilikuwa kitu saa moja hivi na nusu hivi. Wakati nilikuwa natoka chini naelekea town kwa stage yetu mahali tunapangia, na gari ilikuwa inatoka juu, ilikuwa imeweka full light. Sasa mimi nilikuwa na light hand yangu nikipanda, na mwenye pikipiki alikuwa nyuma ya gari. Lakini sasa wakati aliona yeye hakuangalia pikipiki yangu kutoka kwa umbali, alikuja saidi aufateki gari juu ilikuwa inaenda tu pole pole. Sasa na mimi ndio tukakutana head collision. Chuma niliekewa hapa, wakatopoa hapa na hapa na hapa na hapa. Sasa kijenye kilifanya wakatoboa hapo, hii ilikuwa imekatika. Wakati ilifunjika hivi ikaanguka kwenda chini na hii ikapaki hapa juu. Maisha yangu imebadilika sana. Juu sasa mimi nilikuwa breadwinner kwa familia yangu. Nilikuwa naamukia hata school fees, hata iwe shida ya school fees ni mimi. Mama mwenyewe ni mkulima. Ana chochote ile tulikuwa ananitegemea mimi zaidi. Na vile niko hivi sasa mimi ni mgonjwa. Ni kama tu marafiki tu ndio wanasaidia mimi.
A few kilometers from Makori's home, we meet Mzee Lawrence Nyang'au. Lawrence was on the passenger seat when the accident occurred 1 year ago.
Nitoka hapa nyumbani kaenda town, kachukua nini mgonjwa. Ngemalisha ngaanza kurudi nyumbani. Kapanda nini pikipiki. Sasa tukipika njiani hapa nini tata mbili. Sirota. Nyuma yake. Nataka kukuta nyumbani. Nikaenda Katresha pikipiki. Tulikuwa watu watatu tuepa na sisi nini abiria wawili. Sasa nikaanguka chini na hiyo pikipiki kaninilalia. Sasa nini nikafunjika mguu.
Robert and Lawrence are just two victims of motorbike accidents in Kisii. We set out for Kisii Level 5 Hospital, which is the largest referral hospital in the county, to get the bigger picture.
For the last 1 year, that is from 1st June last year to 30th June this year, we saw a total of 152 patients. The number has gone up because previously we used to see an average of 1 injury per week, which means about 4 patients in a month.
According to the Kisii County Governor, Mr. James Ongwae, untrained boda operators account for the majority of road accidents that happen in the county.
Most of these young people go and buy the boda. They get informal training for 1 or 2 days, and then they jump on it and they start carrying customers. We noted that the number of accidents was extremely high.
The 2013 Traffic Act states that motorcyclists should carry only 1 passenger, and the passenger and rider must be in reflective vests and helmets. Otherwise, they risk a fine of 10,000 shillings and in default, 1 year imprisonment.
Everyone who operates a motorbike, they need to be under a licensing regime. They need to have an insurance for their bikes, for themselves and the pillion passengers. And of course, they must be competent riders.
A spot check on Kisii streets reveals otherwise.
Mimi ninataka niende driving bado sijaenda, lakini nitaenda. Niko na insurance na kila kitu hiyo wengine. Sasa ndio Kenya sina ni driving license.
Kitu ya kwanza watu wawili, hao ni watu wawili na huyu ni mtoto. Tumekatazwa tusichukue watu wawili, watu wazima.
Wewe umehitimu kama mwendeshaji bodaboda?
Mimi nimehitimu kawaida, niko na driving license.
Unaweza iona?
Sasa hii huwezi ukaiona cause nimeiacha kwa nyumba.
Hebu eleza hawa kwa nini? Sikia. Hebu eleza hawa kwa nini Kwa nini hutaki kuvaa helmet?
Saa nyingine tukiwa huwa tunasikia joto, tunasikia kwa hiyo tunataka kupigwa na hewa kidogo.
Na ukianguka saa ile
ukianguka naumia.
Na sasa hii itakuwa inasaidia. So there are so many reasons why they don't want to put these things. Actually, they are not comfortable, but we insist on them to put on these things because they save life.
Tazama went undercover and spoke to these backstreet trainers who have trained a number of bodaboda operators in the town.
Umesema umetrain watu vizuri?
Mimi wengi wako hapa. Wako ndani.
Sasa kutafuta mtu mwenye atanitrain vibaya ni yeye.
Unajua wewe ndio utazika na haraka yako. Sio ati wewe wakufunze mpaka ujue. Wewe ni haraka yako ndio itafanya.
Umefunza kama ngapi hivi?
Wengi. Wengi wana wako hivi yangu nimeenda na miaka 4. Hii ni mwaka wa 5. Ndio bora ni kiu. Na iko
Many young people do not go through formal training process to acquire licenses, and therefore you'll find that somebody has just gone for 3-4 laps, and therefore now they think they are competent. Some are very young people. And you see, when it comes to riding for business or even transporting other people, not just riding yourself, a great degree of experience and competence is required.
Motorcycling is categorized under Class F and G in the driving school curriculum. Imperial Driving School in Kisii Town has been in existence for over 10 years, but only trains an average of 2 to 3 persons a month. Yet, there are over 8,000 bodaboda operators in Kisii Town alone.
Kwa kawaida, unajua kama vile unajua watu wa pikipiki wako very careless saa zile wako kwenye barabara. So huwa na jaribu kwa advice wengi wao kuja kwa shule angalau hata wajue sheria za barabara peke yake.
So we developed a training program together with the traffic police and ourselves and the Kenya Highways and Building Technology Center Institute. That training program has been taking 200 of them. The first batch of 200 has been finalized. We then, next week I'm going to graduate them. We said as a county that any of them who can be willing to come and attend that training program, we will, once they finish the training program, apart from the certificate that they are given, we are also going to give them an helmet.
On a daily basis, we conduct these crackdowns, we take them to court. Sometimes they riot and say that the fines are very high. As I've said, those are the fines. But actually, we have been doing these. And if you go to the police station, say some of the motorbikes that we have arrested, some people have not come back to collect them. So we are doing that.
The motorcycle riders are in the verge of chasing their basic needs. Basic needs. So that when you tell them you need a license, you're joking. Where you're telling them to get 4,000 shillings so that they have a proper license. They need bread on the table. They need bread.
The National Transport and Safety Authority was established in 2012 through an Act of Parliament, with a core function of ensuring provision of safe, reliable, and efficient road transport service.
I'm taking this time to ask leaders, start engaging with your young people who are riding these things, these motorbikes for pay. Start educating them, start training them, start helping them even with the funds that you have to acquire licenses, to acquire training, and to do what they need to do.
My real call, first of all, is legislation. Let counties legislate proper laws that govern this sector and many other micro sectors.
But they need to be supported. In terms of legislation, in terms of the equipment they are buying, can it be cheaper? Can we have maintenance yards coming up which are cheap for them in the sub-county, in the counties and even the sub-counties, training and capacity building programs for them, and other legislations that support that industry.
Way forward, I start with the public. I can tell the members of the public, please make sure that when you are on a motorbike, you have the helmet. It saves life. Please, one passenger on a motorbike, it saves life, right? To the boda operators, please use an helmet. Please carry the right number of passengers. That is 1 billion passengers. Please observe traffic rules.
It is for a fact that the boda sector has created employment opportunity to a big number of people, both in rural and urban areas. It has also eased movement of goods and people, thus being an efficient mode of transport. However, this sector needs to be regulated.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here I am. My first riding lesson with Anes. So, what should I do?
So you'll come in front.
Uh-huh.
And then you stop. You introduce yourself to Nyoko by patting.
Hi, Nyoko.
Then undo the stirrups.
Okay.
Pull them down like that.
Right.
Then the other side as well.
Okay.
Climb on the mountain block.
There we go.
Then the reins, you always make sure that you have the reins when you're getting on the horse. You hold the reins.
Yes.
Together with its neck there, and then you put the left leg inside.
Okay.
Sit.
Great, good.
Yes.
Great.
And you hold the reins like that.
Okay.
But the little finger should be underneath the reins.
Okay.
If you pull, you're feeling you're pulling something.
Yes.
Yeah,
it feels almost springy.
Yes. Then you relax.
Okay.
For you to communicate with him, you have to use the reins.
Okay.
Turn.
Okay.
Turn.
Uh-huh.
Keep turning. Keep pulling
Keep,
on the right.
uh-huh.
Yes. Then you pull
Then?
the reins back.
Okay.
Now Nyoko knows
Mhm.
that you want him to go in a particular place.
Yes.
Yes. Your work is just directing. I want you to go left. I want to go right. And then, if in case you want to stop, you pull reins back gently.
So that is it for today's episode. Be sure to look us up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. Until then, have a lovely weekend. Say bye, Nyoko. Ciao.